Okay, I have an idea of what this video is going to be. So, toxic masculinity and the issues that this guy faced are all things that are addressed by feminism and ostensibly leftism. Conservatism and fascism are not the solution to any of these problems. Let's watch the video.
The mass shooting at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Southern California on November 7th, 2018, is a tale of men and masculinity. Lost in the carnage is a lesson we would all be advised to heed. That lesson has little to do with the monster who took lives.
And can I just check something really quick? I just want to check something really quick. Just want to see who this person is. Great pressure. Okay. I think I know what I think I know what to expect from this video then.
And everything to do with the men who saved lives. The killer was 28 years old, lost, lonely, and living with mom.
Nice. Okay. Let's go over a few of these things. I've talked about this in depth. The idea that there is a problem mostly caused by capitalism. This is what's happening here. Being 28 years old, feeling lost and lonely, like you have no purpose, not being able to afford to live on your own and afford to live a happy life, so you have to live with your parents, things like this. These are symptoms of late-stage capitalism. These are problems that leftism addresses. And as for the depression, the intrinsic aspects of depression, because not all depression is caused by your extrinsic forces. Like some people literally have issues where like they could be living the happiest life possible, everything's perfect, still have depression. Caused by, in the most part, at least with men, toxic masculinity. How much do you want to bet that this guy refused to seek out professional help because he felt that his manliness or his respect that he would get from other men would be infringed by him seeking out medical or professional help and talking about his feelings? These are the issues this guy faced, all acknowledged by leftism. Just like to point that out.
He had been a regular at the Borderline Bar and Grill. He knew that on Wednesdays, college country night, the place would be packed with kids, laughing and dancing. He entered tossing smoke grenades, then unloaded his handgun, fitted with an illegal extended magazine, into the crowd. But there were other young men there too. One of them was 20-year-old Matt Wennerstrom. In interviews, Wennerstrom looks like a typical college student. Backward baseball cap, gray t-shirt, jaw scruffy with a few days' growth. On camera, he seems laconic, humble, willing to answer questions, neither eager for the limelight nor afraid of it. As soon as he heard the shots, Wennerstrom told ABC News, he knew exactly what was going on. He and some friends grabbed everyone they could and pushed them...
Can we acknowledge how fucked up it is in America? That's literally a meme that, like, basically every, like, high school, even some middle school... Here's some dog barking outside. Holy shit. This is what happens when I leave my window open, I guess. You guys are going to hear all the noises of this apartment complex. Holy shit. Okay. Is it a duck? I don't know what it is. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. I love that it's a meme in America that basically all students are like, yep, I know what's happening. School shooting. All right. Whew, I prepared for this moment my whole life. I love how that's just... That's what happened here. He was like, all right, well, it was going to happen eventually. I'm in America. A shooting's happening. Time to get the fuck down. Jesus.
Down behind the pool table, placing their own bodies on top of the girls. One woman who was celebrating her 21st birthday told Good Morning America there were
Just like the simulations.
multiple men who got on their knees and pretty much blocked all of us with their back toward the shooter, ready to take a bullet for every single one of us. When the shooter paused to reload, Wennerstrom grabbed a bar stool and tossed it through a window. He and his buddies pulled 30 to 35 people to safety.
Nice.
After getting each group safely to the parking lot, Wennerstrom and his buddies went back for more. A reporter asked Wennerstrom how he knew immediately what was going on in the loud, crowded bar. Instinct, I guess, he said. I'm here to protect my friends, my family, my fellow humans, and I know where I'm going if I die, so I was not worried to sacrifice.
Oh boy. Okay. So I know what this is going to be. What she is about to do, this is a TERF, by the way, but what she is about to do is be like, and this is masculinity. This is why there is no such thing as toxic masculinity, and why masculinity is good. This is why men are good, and feminists want to destroy this, and some fucking worship men. Women are fragile babies that need to be protected, or men are perceived by society. This guy, or no, it's probably gonna be something like that. Like, this guy wasn't hailed as a hero as much as he should have been for nearly sacrificing his life for all these people. It's gonna be something like that. I haven't seen this video yet, but we'll see.
All I wanted to do is get as many people out of there as possible. This is the masculinity we so often hear denigrated.
There it is, boys. God, I love being right. Fuck yes. God, I'm awesome. I'm fucking right every time. Holy shit. God. Worship me, chat. Worship me right now. Okay. No. This is not the masculinity that is denigrated by mainstream media or feminism. No. Toxic masculinity is what is denigrated by these groups. Let's look up the definition of toxic masculinity, boys. Toxic masculinity is thus defined by adherence to traditional male gender roles that restrict the kinds of emotions allowable for boys and men to express, including social expectations that men seek to be dominant or the alpha male, and limit their emotional range primarily to expressions of anger. So examples of this include violent outrage, stoicism in the face of depression, lack of willingness to talk about your feelings or seek help for mental issues. And these are things that feminism acknowledges. This is the definition of toxic masculinity. It's right there. We're looking at it. That's it. That is the official definition of toxic masculinity. And I have no doubt that because this is PragerU and all PragerU videos are lies, that she is going to use a fake definition of toxic masculinity. I'm very used to it at this point. PragerU does this constantly.
It takes as its duty the physical protection of others, especially women. This masculinity doesn't wait for verbal consent or invitation to push a person out of harm's way. It sends hundreds of firefighters racing up the Twin Towers to save people they've never met.
This isn't toxic masculinity. No feminist is like critiques this. Actually, no. You know what they do critique? They do critique the idea that men are expected to be from, like, listen. The traditionalist, fascist belief is that men are disposable. That men are supposed to be soldiers that are supposed to kill and be aggressive and fight, and they are disposable, and women are valuable and they're to be protected and they're to be in the home. That's the that's what these people believe. That's what these people push. Feminism says no. Men shouldn't just be disposable pawns that are sent out to die in wars and be filled up with bullets. They shouldn't have to be expected to do things like this. It's good if they do, because, yeah, saving lives, but they shouldn't be expected to do shit like that. They shouldn't have to. They shouldn't be put down if they aren't willing to do things like this, putting their lives on the line for others. Like, you shouldn't have to be expected to do that. I'm very interested to see how this TERF is going to pin or going to strawman feminism or progressivism here.
And it sent Sergeant Ron Heelis of the Ventura County Sheriff's Office rushing into Borderline Bar and Grill, where the shooter was waiting for him. I gotta go handle a call, Heelis had just told his wife over the phone. I love you. The 54-year-old husband and father died at the hospital from the wounds he suffered as he tried to stop the rampaging gunman. The way so many women have a natural ease with caring for children, so many men have the instinct to protect and serve. It is a refined sort of masculinity that must be developed.
So we even have someone in YouTube chat right now, which is where all the worst people are. If you're in YouTube chat right now, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of there. Knox the Cat in YouTube chat says, "Al memes, JLP, Kevlar backpack Omega lol. Heroic actions are inherently masculine. Okay, dude. Okay, boomer. Oh, okay, never mind. I think this person's cool. Never mind. Knox the Cat's cool. Yeah, no, this is not true. Being heroic, being a protector is not inherently masculine. In fact, isn't it like a meme at this point how many like mothers, like if their baby is in danger, like are overcome with adrenaline and like literally lift cars off of their babies and shit like that? Like this is like a well-known thing of like women or mothers particularly stepping in and being heroic. Like this is like a well-known phenomenon. This isn't a masculine thing. The masculine thing, the toxically masculine thing, is saying that men ought to be disposable and ought to like go out of their way to risk their lives, or even die to be heroic, which is not a positive thing. I don't know if you're like, I don't know why you're trying to spin the idea of people like men being disposable as like a positive thing. I thought that's what the feminists want. I thought that's what the feminists want, but I guess no. Okay, cool.
Developed and praised. The military has done this for years. Police academies and fire departments do it too. Only the educated classes
Imagine implying the military is a good thing.
Have learned to sneer at it. Would that they never need it. There will always be young men like the Thousand Oaks shooter, full of rage, mentally unstable, failing to launch.
And these people like this kid, this dude right here, prime target for the alt-right rabbit hole. These people will fall down one of three possible categories. They will either most likely fall into inceldom and the black pill and alt-right ideology. They will kill themselves before they actually do anything because they're depressed and they never seek out help. And usually if they go down the alt-right like incel shit, they might eventually do what this guy did and shoot a place up. Or they will hopefully seek out help and get better and find a way out of the whole alt-right black pill incel bullshit. That's ideal.
We can work to eliminate the threat they pose or treat whatever mental disease hobbles them, but we will never stop every evildoer from obtaining weapons. The extended magazine that enabled the shooter to fire so many rounds is already illegal in California.
Wait, are we literally in this video about toxic masculinity and shit like that? Are we literally getting like NRA shilling like anti-gun control memes? Cool. Because I bet she hates feminism too. She's on PragerU after all. No, so TERFs aren't actually feminists. They call themselves feminists. So well they have the. So she's definitely a TERF, I'm pretty sure. But TERFs have been on PragerU quite a bit. Christina Hoff Sommers is a pretty good example of a TERF that's been on there. Yeah, no, she's definitely a TERF.
As many laws as we pass, we will never eradicate evil. So here's the lesson.
What's
Masculinity
the
is a style of behavior, not a code of conduct. It can be used for great good, and it can be perverted into evil.
Sure. In the form of toxic masculinity. This is something that feminism talks about. Actual feminism, not your TERFy bullshit.
One of the most important tasks of a moral society must be to make boys into good men.
Not necessarily. Okay. Let's reform the sentence. How about that? One of the most important tasks of a moral society must be to give everyone the freedom to be the person that they seek to be. So, to make boys into hot cat girls.
Good men. If we continue to disparage the male impulse to act heroically, if we mock those who want to protect women, we will fail in our task.
No.
Want to
No.
protect women.
No. This is a straw man. right here. If we continue to disparage the male impulse to act heroically, there's no such thing as a male impulse to act heroically. All people generally have a fight or flight response. It's actually not a dog whistle, owl, horse, see me. It's just a Minecraft reference. Most animals have a fight or flight response to danger. You either run or you fight to defend yourself. There is no male impulse to act heroically in a situation. These are socially taught things. Men are generally taught in society to be heroic, and it's usually a negative thing. Ooh, someone sent me a link about this lady in the video. Let's see what this lady is all about. Classic left, you wreck our public spaces with your terrible policies. You attack our houses of worship for unwokeness. You foment fear of microaggressions and sexual assault, so you're afraid to talk to each other, and then you decry loneliness. This didn't age well, considering this is basically the topic that she's talking about in this video. God damn. Heck W, chat.
We will fail in our task. Yet many seem bent on doing just that, especially in our institutions of higher education. Fortunately, Matt Wennerstrom and his friends missed the lecture that young women don't require male protection. Thank God they...
What lecture? What lecture? Who's telling them that they did a great thing? They're heroes. There's no question. There is literally no question that they are heroes. They are heroes. However, so I'm not the only one experiencing stuttering. Is the stream stuttering? Wait, what? Hold on, guys. Not for me? Okay, good. Hey, Kaiser Anson, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, fuck these people using this event where people I knew died. Oh my god, you knew people who died here? Yeah, that's gotta be rage-inducing.
They did. I'm Abigail Schreier for Prager University.
Alright, fuck you too. Okay, so yeah, that's actually another thing here. I really love when fascists exploit events like this in order to push a fascist agenda. Really love it. How much do you want to bet that the majority of these college kids who were at this event, many of them who died, would probably be appalled that their death is being exploited by literal fascists to push their agenda? I think we'd agree most of them were. I mean, they were college kids. Most of them were probably leftists. They're fucking soulless monsters. Well, I mean, Dennis Prager and everybody who works for him are soulless ghouls that deserve nothing more than the bullet in Minecraft, if you know what I mean.